This is not my hand, okay. I mean, this is not my hand, and this is not my plane. I'm inside the aircraft of another pilot, this one here, and we have a crash test with the Icon A5. Departure and landing at Lukla Airport. This will be definitely a crash test, and I hope it will not be a crash flight. A wonderful bespoke scenery by the developer Aerosoft. A wonderful job is done here. There are also other clips in the channel in Lukla Airport. And I think it is time to go to our plane. Please excuse. Okay. I hope you don't bother. We came very close, I know, but I will leave, yes. Okay. So, the Icon A5. Engines are running. Don't worry about the startup this time. We have other more serious things to do. Let us go to the runway, and actually we will fly with the autopilot this time, since we know how to use already the Garmin G3X Touch and the autopilot of the Icon A5. Okay. Yeah, the visibility is just fine, but due to snow we don't see nothing at all. Actually, we don't even see the runway. So let's taxi. Excellent. Okay. Let us set again our parking brakes. As I said, we cannot see the runway very well. I mean, we cannot see the numbers because they are covered with snow. So if we bring the VFR map, yes, it is 6:24. I checked it out. Without any further ado, let us go to our plane and let us have a few arrangements on the autopilot. First of all, you see that our elevation right now is 9,500 feet. Quite a lot, isn't it? 9,500 feet, 9,500 feet exactly. I will set an altitude of only, let's say, 9,800 feet, which means 300 feet above the airport. I hope my cursor is quite visible. You see here the altitude. I use the keyboard commands. Alt V for the rate of ascent, which will be 400 feet exactly. And also, if we have a look here, I will set the heading of the runway, which is, I use the knobs this time, which is 24. We will depart from runway 24 and we will land on runway 6 from the other side, isn't it? And as soon as we will depart, we will engage the autopilot. Whatever will be, will be. I will not be very talkative because I will be quite focused on this short, difficult flight. Okay. My flaps are fully extended. I will record my landing. Okay. Gear is retracted. And as you see, I engage immediately my autopilot. Good. I just have to monitor my speed. Unfortunately, this time I cannot play a lot with the camera setup And we are surrounded by mountains. I hope we will not crash. Of course, there is turbulence. Let us have a look at the cameras. Somewhere to turn. You see my flaps are extended. And we are on autopilot, isn't it? I mean, despite the dangerous environment here, we are on autopilot. So I think I will turn. I use the knobs here. And we must spot the runway as soon as possible. Excellent, 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 excellent. Okay. Maybe I can record already. Okay. I hope I will not stall. Let us try to line up with the runway. The majority of the flights that I watched in this airport are of course free flights. We try to be more precise. Okay, here is the runway exactly. So let me descend more. I lower my gear once again. Excellent, excellent. Everything is set on autopilot. And it is time to disconnect the autopilot. I will not risk it. There is nothing to be afraid of. I mean, this plane doesn't need much runway to land.
500.
I hope I will not stall. And I hope I'm recording my landing this time. Yeah. Okay. Good. So, I think that was the first landing with the Icon A5 at Lukla Airport. I suppose we will risk it also with the other planes that have the Garmin G3X Touch equipped, like the Cap Crafters, the X-Cap and the JMB VL3, isn't it? All these three planes have the Garmin G3X Touch. So, I suppose I will park somewhere close here to our fellow pilots.
separate lives. We're still here, waiting on a turn in the tide. Just floating around these separate lives. Time to roll slowly. Keep moving on. We keep on. Time to roll slowly. Keep moving on. We keep on. Time to roll slowly. Keep moving on. We keep on. Time to roll slowly. Keep moving on. We keep on. Start each time. These shadows have changed a bit as you return. Drifting to this unknown. Heavy eyes on the road again, calling you down the road. Waiting on turning the tide to realize these separate lives. We're still here, waiting on turning the tide. Just floating around these separate lives. Time to roll slow.